Welcome to Confidence with Kathleen, hosted by me, Kathleen Daigle. Hey, welcome. Today I have a special guest, Alex Daigle. Alex, thank you to accept to come and do that podcast with me. But I want to do one with you because can you explain what you are doing more than just being my daughter? So what are you doing?
I'm a certified equine sport massage therapist.
Okay.
So sport massage for horses it's more than just a relaxing massage. So what I do is I really go and relieve all the tensions in horses, and it can not only help relieve pain, but it's also to prevent injuries from happening in the future.
Okay, but it's very different from just a massage.
Yeah, because it's not like, it'll relax the horse and all that, but it's really to treat the muscles, to help the muscles have a better muscle tone, help improve circulation in the body, and just improve the overall horse quality.
Okay, so when is it the best you say to do? Is it better to do one before a competition, after?
So there's three different kind of massage. So there's the pre-event massage that is really made to help loosen up the muscles, help warm up the muscles. So I will do them usually when I'm at a race working on horses, so usually a few hours before they run, the morning of, the night before, something like that, to really make sure the muscles are as ready and as in good of a shape as possible to run. There's going to be the post-event massage, which will be mostly to improve recovery, so to make sure that the muscles go back to a good resting state, to really make sure that they don't have any tightness that aren't supposed to be there, anything like that.
And but for the post after the run, do you do them right after, or you wait a couple of hours before?
Usually a couple of hours. Sometimes I'll do them an hour. It depends on the timing on everything, but you for sure want the horse to be cooled down and not sweaty, and have been able to drink a little bit and just relax and give those muscles times to relax and see where they're at before I work on them.
So that must be really like when they have like two run in the same weekend or things like that. That must be really a good thing to do the post massage too.
Yes, even if there's not another run after, it's really good, just because that way it makes sure that the horse is as ready to come back. Those massage can really help reduce the recovery time. So yes, if you have more than one run, it's a great thing to do, but it's really good for anything. It's to make sure, if a horse took a stumble, or even if they don't take a stumble, they work so hard, they use those muscles so much that it's just good to get them worked on after.
Do you feel, and that's more my point of view, but I'm feeling sometimes, people use more like the vet, the chiro, but they forget about the muscles, and they forget that how the massage can benefit all the horse, because sometimes they do more like even supplement or things like that, but I'm feeling the muscles, it's a big part of the horse, and we work a lot together and we can see a lot of good result too.
Yeah, for sure. That's something I try to explain to a lot of my customers, and something I try to really promote is everything is as important, the joints, the bones, and the muscles, but the muscles are that's how they move, that's how they work, that's how their body have the control and the speed to be able to run barrels or cutting horses, roping horses, whatever. They need a good muscle mass, and if those muscles are not in good shape, you're not going to go anywhere. But it all works together. The teamwork is big. I say that a lot. I work with a lot of chiropractors because let's say if their back is tight and they have some vertebrae that are out of place, well, even if you get them chiropracted all the time, if those muscles are tight, but they're going to pull those joints back out of place. They're going to pull them back out. And same thing, if I massage a horse because their back is tight all the time, but their back is out, the massage is not going to change anything. It might help a little bit, but it's going to get back super tight right after because they're out. They need to be chiropracted. And it's the same thing with joints. If you have a horse that has stifles that keep getting sore, hocks or something like that, and their hamstrings are always tight, well, even if you get those joints injected, but their hamstrings are tight, then hamstrings are kind of going to pull a little bit on those joints where it shouldn't be. And other muscles, I'm giving the hamstrings as an example, on where it shouldn't be, and kind of going to make the injections not as effective. But same thing, if you get them massaged and you don't inject where they need to be injected, then like the massage is going to be good, but it's not going to last as long because they're going to compensate a lot and get pulling on those muscles again.
When you work with the chiro, because I know you work with a lot of them, does the chiro like prefer sometime that you massage the horse before or after the chiro? And what is your point of view on that too?
So my point of view, and from what I've like heard from a lot of chiros, is that I work on them before. So that way the muscles are as loosened up, as relaxed, as ready as possible to be worked on, and then like it stays, the work from the chiropractor stays in a lot better. There's some chiropractors that like after 2, it's not bad if it's after, it's gonna be just as good, but it makes their job a little easier for the muscles to just be loosened up already.
Do you do like how many days or how many hours do you work on the horse before the chiro come, you know?
Honestly, like the best that we've seen results from would be like the same day. Like I work on them and the chiro comes right after, that we've seen good results. The day after is still good. Now if you get to a week after, it might be, it'll still be good because you're gonna still have a good massage before that and everything, but it's not gonna make as big of a difference.
Okay, perfect. Another question, because I saw you work a lot of time, and I know that you change a little bit your approach with the horse, the way that you work on them and things like that. So what, you know, because more you work on horses, more you see the effect. So how do you work like as a sport massage to really make the horse really release and to really work good on their muscles?
So I came up with this method that throughout working horses, I've kind of like figured this out. I go through the horses twice when I massage them. I will go through them once, do some light and medium pressure on them, relax all those muscles, figure out where they're tighter, and that way, and then when I go back through them, then I go deeper and I go where they were tighter, where there was more tensions, and work through those spots a little more. So that way I found that horses, they stay a lot more relaxed. They kind of figure out that, hey, like, she's not going to pull on me. She's not, you know, because they're used to, I use chiropractors all the time. They're used to chiropractors more pulling on them, or, you know, like vet work and stuff like that. So like they kind of relax a little more, which allows me to go deeper the second time around. And it also really allows me to figure out how this horse works. So like I can better tell, like, okay, like I, you know, like from one side to the other, where are they tight? Is it both on the same side? Like, is it just on one side? Is it both sides? Like where it's at and all that, to kind of like the second time I go around, I really adapt my massage to try to get as much as I can done, and to make sure that the owner and the horse are as happy and like has the most benefit I can possibly give them.
Oh, sounds good. Another things too that I think maybe with all the, you know, when you see the muscle tightness or things like that, can you say like sometime what can really help the horse? Or can you say like, oh, when it's, I see a lot of pain on the back very often, is it more the saddle, the feet? What can cause different pain on the horses?
Definitely. So feet are a big thing. I can, you know, I'm not a vet, I'm not a farrier, I don't have x-rays in front of me, but from where they're tight specifically, let's say in their shoulders, I can tell if their feet have too much toes or not enough heel and things like that. So, you know, like I've worked on a lot of horses that, yeah, I can tell the owners like, hey, like I think, you know, you might check your horse's feet because you're like the way that the shoulder is pulled or it's tight. like it's from, it could come from the feet. Mostly I can even, like, it's even more with the back feet, because if I see that a horse has tight hamstrings, SIs, lower back and stuff like that, like a lot of time, if it's recurring, it'll be because they don't have enough heel on their feet. So like, feet are everything. If you don't have feet on your horse, you don't have a horse. But so yeah, definitely like feet are a big thing. Like I see a lot of that a horses' muscles will get tight just because they're missing 1 degree on their feet, or like that the toes are too long or anything like that. That makes a big difference. Saddle too. There's very specific spots either in their withers or on their back. They'll be like, hey, is his saddle rocking or anything like that, because they get, like, the horse keeps getting tight in the same spots all the time. So yes, like, I can tell that too. And then I can also, like, one of my favorite things to do with the massage is that at the end of it, I will go through and tell the owner, like, hey, here's where they were tight, here's how, like, I felt everything, what I've worked on and all that. But most of the time, it's not always perfect, but I can tell where, like, how this horse would work because of their muscle tightness. So when a muscle is tight, it's not really when flexing it that's the problem, it's extending it. So if the left side of their back is tight, it's not going to be to flex it to, like, go to the left that's going to be a problem. It's going to be to extend it to go to the right. So I'm going to be able to say that, like, same thing with hamstrings, like, to be able to bring it under them won't be a problem. It's really when they're going to have to, like, extend it and push the weight on that leg and be able to sit on it, like, that's going to be a more problem. And same thing with the neck.
The neck, yeah.
Neck is a big one. If they're tight on the left side of their neck, it's not going to be flexing to the left. That's going to be a problem. There can be if there's a big knot, but most of the time it's going to be to flex to the right. That's going to be a problem. One of the only places that I see that will be on the same side is like pole and TMJs. If they're tight in their pole and or TMJs, if you flex them to the left, it'll put more pressure on that pole and TMJ. So that's one place that can be the same side, but usually it's the opposite of where they're tight. So that's something I try to explain as much as possible. And like, I can tell, going around a barrel, like, hey, is your horse dropping their shoulder, or is their horse just stiffening up? And like, when people say, like, yeah, like, how did you figure that out from muscles? Like, that's satisfying to me. I wish that horses didn't get sore and that they didn't work bad, but to be able to help horses through loosening muscles to work better like that
to work better that
yeah.
But when you say, like, we talk about more your sport massage, but like the maintenance, what do you suggest? What is the best for maintenance on the horse, instead of just trying to, I'm feeling sometimes we need to prevent, but just trying to resolve a problem?
Yeah. So all the massage we've talked about, pre and post event massage, is actually not the ones I do the most. The maintenance massage will be the ones I do the most, because it's the ones I see with my customers throughout the week. So those, it's a more complete massage, because whenever it's pre or post event, I'm not going to go as deep and as extensive, as I would do in the maintenance massage. And the maintenance massage, I really want to get through the horse and get them feeling as best as they can that day. And
they can have time to relax too.
Yes, they can have time to relax too. Like, there's not really a time off. Like, I don't tell people, like, hey, like, you need to give them a day or two off. I do, like, suggest a lot to ride them looser, like, not do as many tight drills or things like that, just for the horse to feel that they're, hey, wow, like, I'm feeling better, I'm looser and all that. If you get a massage that day, it's not going to be bad if you decide to go run them, but, like, that's just to get as good of a, like, benefit from your massage as possible. But that massage will really help improve circulation, it'll reduce inflammation, I'll relieve all the tensions and knots, and just really make sure that the muscle is as relaxed, as in good of a shape as everything is possible.
But how often do you suggest to do that?
So a good maintenance, what I would love everybody to do would be a once a month. I think that once a month, by the end of the month, like, they're tighter again, but they're not as tight as they were before. So, like, we keep improving. We don't go back to until, like, hey, like, my horse is bad, I needed a massage. Like, and sometimes when a horse is really tight with one massage, I'm not going to be able to get it all out. There is some horses that I see more often. If a horse is running a lot, or if a horse gets really, really tight, like I see some as often as once a week, which I think is great. It's not always as needed on all horses, but yeah, a good once a month is a good.
It's a good
maintenance to help. Like I've also heard from some chiropractors that'll say like, hey, like this horse was not near as much out than before you worked on them, because like it just keeps the muscle in better shape.
That helps, like the muscles, that helps for the chiro, that helps.
Like even on my own horses, like I try to massage them every other week, and I've seen that their injections will last longer too, just because everything just stays in better shape. A muscle can't be neutral. It's either working for you or against you. So if a muscle is tight, if it has a bunch of knots or a bunch of tensions in it, it's not just gonna like not work good. Then like other muscles are gonna start compensating, and then it's gonna be working against you. So like it's really important. That's really an important point, is that, you know, like if a muscle is tight, you can't just be like, oh, I'll be fine, I'll come back for a while. No, it's actually going to like affect other part of their body, and they're going to start compensating a lot.
Perfect. Another things too that I'm lucky, we work together too. We do the combo. And what for you, what is the difference like working with me?
Well,
working with mom.
Well, like it helps a lot, like especially in the beginning. Now we're so used to working together that it's just what we do. But to really understand the horse, and like with the combo, we really go to the base of the problem. And I'll say that every people that have come here for the combo, they've heard me say it. But, you know, if I find that the left shoulder is tight and you find the back right foot is sore, then we can say like it's a compensation from each other. And like sometimes, so that really helps us like help the horse as much as we can. Like that's what it's all about. It's about helping horses and making sure they feel as good as possible. So that really helps me understand the horses better, like where they're tight and like why they're so tight there and all that. And, you know, like it's helped me understand too, like I was saying, like, hey, like if a horse is tight there, like they're gonna work this way. So like throughout doing so many horses, it's helped me improve my massage, and I know that now I can give the best massage possible. And it's really nice too, because I work on as much as I think is best for the horse. So, you know, if a horse is really tight, I don't want to make him sore. So I work through those knots and I work on them as much as I think is best for the horse. And like I'll really always do it in the best interest of the horse. Well, when we do a combo, so like a lot of the time, every time at the end of it, you'll ask the horse like if it's good, if it needs a little more. And so that way, you know, if one had a shoulder that was really tight and I was like, hey, I think that's enough, but I'm not sure because I don't talk to the horses, then you can be like, actually this one can take a little more and we can go a little deeper. Sometimes horses are just little queen and they just want to have a little more. Yes. So then we give them a little more.
Sometimes it's very funny because they you know, when you walk them, they are like, oh, but okay, tell her my butt a little bit on the hamstring and things like that. I would love, but you can see that it's not really.
They're not that tight. Like a lot of the time, whenever it's spots that they just want worked on more, they weren't even tight there, but we still do it because it's whatever the horses want.
Yeah. I'm feeling it's really fun, and there are some too that what I like. You know, when I work with you, you know, I always start talking with the horse and things like that. And there are some horse, you know, that the way to approach them or whatever, and you know, we work together like that. And you use, now you can see me like when I say, oh wait, because there's some horse that they has too many things to say at the start, but then we can. And what I like to working with you, it's like even like it's the same with Caro and the vet too. It's because I can tell you what I'm feeling, and then when you look at the horse and when you press on the horse. But sometimes, I'm not saying you're rough on the horse, but when you feel a knot and I feel it, it's like, oh my God.
Well, and like the sport massage, you know, it's kind of like us. Whenever if you've ever gotten a massage that, like, if someone works through a knot, like, it's not fun.
No.
But that's part of a sport massage. Like, they're athletes, they're professional athletes, and I'm there to make sure that these professional athletes are feeling their best. So whenever I go through a knot, and I'm sure I have some horses that are not always happy with me, but after that the releases are awesome. So like, I know they'll feel better. But yeah, I have to go pretty deep and not rough, but like I work on them pretty hard.
And there's some that they are a little bit drama queen
yeah,
too.
definitely.
I can feel it, like, okay, Alex, and I always ask you, okay, when you finish working on that horse, can you do a massage on me, because I'm feeling sore too? And
No.
yeah, that's the
No.
answer. I'm not that lucky one. I'm not that lucky one. So now we really talk about like the benefit of the massage and on the horse and working as a team or on like that. But why did you decide to go on equine massage therapy, and how, when you started, was it that easy? And in the same time, what do you do? Because I see how you work and it's very physically. So, as a businesswoman, how did you start it and how do you grow your things?
So I decided to do that because I was actually looking for a massage therapist. That's one thing I've always gotten done on my horses, and whenever I moved down here, I couldn't find one. And I was like, well, if I can't find one, I'm gonna be the one. And then it kind of, just like I feel like every time someone started a business, as soon as I feel like I got certified, it started working, I saw them everywhere. They started, not because of me, but there just feels like there was people doing it everywhere. So it's for sure, like, especially in Texas, there's plenty of horses to work on, but to make your name, there's, unfortunately, just like in every aspect of this business, there's good and there's bad people that do it. And like, I've been working really hard to give massage a good name, to explain to my customers and to show them like what a sport massage is, not just, which relaxing massage are really good too, but it's seen more as a luxury for horses compared to, like, I feel like a sport massage should be a necessity for athletes like these horses. So like, I've been working really hard, and I've kind of trying to base my business on that. Like, hey, trying to show and teach a little bit like how important muscle health is for people. And no, like, building a business is very hard, even though the amount of horses is insane. It's really hard because people go by word of mouth. They, like, even if they see your business online, no matter how many likes or followers you have, they're not really as willing to try new things until they've heard someone try it, and someone that they like look up to or that they know would take good care of their horses do it and like it. So it's still not easy. I've done it a year and a half now. Not every week is easy. It's just always depends, and I'll still keep working on showing people, like, the benefits of the massage, and like trying to like show people too, because it, like, just like everything, if you get your horse massaged once, it'll be good. You'll see a difference for a couple, 2-3 weeks, but it might not stay. Like, especially at the beginning, you'll have to do it a few times, so that's one of my biggest thing, is trying to make people know, or let them know, like, hey, like, stick with me, let's work through your horse, and like, you'll see like a bigger difference the more you use me. And it's not like trying to like massage the horse more to try to make more money. It's really like, I want people to understand, to see the difference in their horses, like, overall physical shape, what the massage can do. So like, yeah, that's
and how you keep yourself, like, to be like doing, because I know some days you do a lot of horses, but
Yep.
to be the best for the first and the last one, of the day.
Yeah, so like, for sure, like, now at this point, I'm pretty much used to it. Like, I can work from 8 to 10 horses a day. It takes me an hour a horse, so like, that will be my maximum. Like, in the best of all the worlds, I would work on 4 or 5 every day and like just do that every day and be done. But I for sure like try, like, you know, like I work out. I try to stay as in best shape as possible, so that way whenever I do have those longer days, it's not as hard for me. Really, like I'm always so focused on like figuring those horses out and like figuring why they're tight there and why like they do things that like that's like to work on them, like that has come easy for me. I knock on wood, I haven't really gotten like sore or like, you know, my fingers will get crampy sometimes, but it has been pretty good. Now I don't know in 5 or 10 years how it's gonna be, but so far it's been pretty good for that. The thing that because I have a lot of people asking me that, like, don't you get tired? Yes, I get tired, but the thing that I have to, and I think it's kind of funny, but like, so every horse is different, but on every horse I still do like the same basic massage twice per horse and both sides. So I go through a horse like I do the same thing on both sides, so 4 times per horse. So towards the end of the day, like sometimes I'll get more like, did I already massage this side? Because like I do it repetitively so many times on so many horses that it's more like in mental state that I'm like, have I already done this? Because I get such in a routine of working on horses. But it's been pretty good, and even on busy days, you're just more thankful because that means your business is working good. So
one thing that I feel too, the difference, you know, me as the animal communicator, it's when you approach the horse, they feels your energy. So do you try, you know, to be like there at the moment present? Do you do things to really work on your energy, to have mental, you know, be positive and be open to your horse?
Yeah, like obviously I'm always like I never bring any bad energy with horses. Always, you know, try to like have a positive, like good energy going towards them. And depending on how horses are, like I try to adapt. Some horses, whenever they're more stressed and they're more like, you know, you touch them and they kind of flinch and stuff like that, I'll actually try to not be there mentally. As weird as that sounds, but like I have a lot of horses, for example, that they get really tight on their pole and TMJs, but those will be the horses that are very head shy. And that will not let me work on that. Well, sometimes I'll have to be actually like looking around, talking with someone, or scratching their belly or something to be able to actually get to that. So like I can't, on these horses you gotta outsmart them because I want to work on them. I know they need the help. So like to be able to like work on that, like I'll have to actually be thinking about something completely different and not be thinking about it. And like a lot of time that works. Like if I'm talking with someone and then I'll get like to work on their pole and TMJ, like they'll let me do it just because I'm not like, whoa, like you're okay. And with some horses, same thing. Those meaner type of horses, you know, I work on some mares that they don't like to be touched. No matter what you do, they just don't like it. And so with these horses, I can't be scared of them. Because if they feel my fear, they're going to be even more scared. And I say that about everything, training horses and all that, that if they feel your fear, they're going to be more scared too. So, you know, like trying to read the horse.
They react to your energy. Yeah. They adapt to your energy.
So like trying to read the horse to see like if you have to be like more like dominant or not. Like to really like show them like, hey, you'll be fine. Like I'm about to massage you. It's going to feel good. You just got to let me. You kind of adapt to how it is. So for sure, like, and I mean, I've gotten bit and kicked before, and you always try to avoid it. And like I have really good reflexes now because before they can even start moving, I feel like I can feel them move, or I know what they're gonna do, but it still happens. They're still horses. So yeah, like definitely like trying to read the horse because like I said, like I even when I work on horses, I'll still pay attention to their feet, to their head and everything. So like I need to be able to read them pretty good to do my best job, but also keep myself safe.
What is your future plan? Do you have a goal?
Yes, I have some goals. I try to not have too many. I like to go with the flow, see how things are going. Just kind of keep an open mind towards everything. But last year I went to Vegas during the NFR for 14 days. I think I was there, worked on horses every day, like throughout all the events there, the all-in barrel race, the NFR too. So being able to go backstage kind of to the barn there and work on all those NFR horses and seeing how they performed and all that was really cool. And so that's one of my goals this year. I want to go back, that's for sure, and get to work on all these horses again. So that was fun. That's you know, a goal of mine. Like, it's always a goal to get to have all your customers to where you just go every month and kind of like know that the business is good and that you'll just, you know, you'll be back next month, and that like getting the people, like I was talking about, like getting the people to trust me with their horses, you know, and just to
and make the horse feels good.
Yes.
To keep them.
Yeah, exactly. Like, obviously, like throughout my massage, I always like, that's always my biggest goal, to like make the horse feel good and like to know that they're in the best shape I can possibly make them. But like as a business goal, you know, I want people to trust me and to be like, use me again, to see the benefits and to like really kind of share that and build that name towards that.
And give some education too. That's why you accept to do that
Yes.
podcast too. And I know, like, my accent, my everything, it's not perfect compared to you. And my God, I'm grateful that you decide to do it with me. So
yeah, of course. I am happy I did it. I'm not very good on camera. This is why even when we do combos, you do the talking. I massage horses. This is why I work with horses, because I'm sure like even everything I said might not have been perfect, but that's why I don't talk with people.
I'm the social one, the one that talks all the time.
I don't talk.
And even I'm feeling like, oh my God, she talks and I didn't say too much. I'll let you talk because usually it's always
I'm not a talker. I like to work on horses. Like I like to talk about it. Like I said, like I that's the thing I'm working on, is like trying to like really like share what good a sport massage can do on horses and all that. So this is why I'm here. Not because I like to talk, but because I want to do good for the horses and for the people.
And I'm feeling you really did good. You really share your knowledge, and it will really help others too. And that, that's me. I'm talking all the time, and
I think that's why I don't talk, because you do the talking. My whole life, you've always done the talking, so I never got to be the social one, which is fine.
No. You can talk, but you didn't.
I don't like to.
You don't like to. That's
I
the
can
difference.
talk. I just don't like to.
Yeah. So if people want to have a massage on their horse, reach out to you. Or even have question about it.
Yeah.
Where they can.
So I have my Facebook and my Instagram page, which is AD Equine Sports Massage Therapy. My phone number is on there too. Everybody's always welcome to send me a message. Like I said, one of my main goals is to teach people about like the benefits of a massage and show them throughout working on their horses and all that. So any questions y'all have, like I can go more in depth than even we did today about the benefits, about everything like that. I'm located in Millsap, Texas. I take haul-ins here, or I travel a lot. Most of the time I travel all over the state to work on horses. So don't ever be I get told a lot, like, oh, you seem too busy, so I didn't want to message you. Like, no, like, this is my job. This is what I do for a living. Please send me a message. Like, even if it takes me a week or two to get to you, like, I will get to you. I want to work on the horses. I want to make them feel better. So I don't want anyone to ever be like, oh, you seem too busy. I didn't want to, like, message you. Like, come on, like, let's get those horses feeling better.
And for the combo too, when we do them, we do it more here because it's easier
with all of our schedule.
All our schedule, and sometimes when we do them, we have one day and then we do 1, 2, or 3 a day. So it's more easily. So it's here. But for the combo, you text Alex.
And I will do my best to get her availabilities, even if it takes weeks, because she has a trouble to tell me when she's open, but we will get you in.
Yeah, because I'm very like, what I have on my schedule, and the rest it's like at the moment present. I'm more that person.
Just saying, I try. I try to get people in as quick as possible.
Yeah. So thank you, Alex. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm very happy that we did that, and I hope, really my hope in that, it's to really help people to understand the benefit, like we had the importance, like we had Dr. Nicole, and I will have a vet, and all the specialists that when we work together, how it can help. And when I'm in the process too, like all we work together, it's for the benefits of the horse. So thank you again. And by the way, I will put all our info just under the podcast. You just have to go see that. And thank you again.
Thank you.
Thank you for sharing your time with me. Please make sure to follow, like, share, subscribe on all my social media, and don't forget to leave me a review. If you want to learn more about me, visit my website, horseconfidence.com with a K, where you can also order my book.